What's up everyone, Darcblade here bringing you another Mass Effect 3 multiplayer class guide. Today we are going to be taking a look at another Reckoning DLC character, the Alliance Infiltration Unit. This class is very well balanced. It combines great maneuverability, high damage, and good survivability. One thing to be aware of with the Alliance Infiltration Unit is that you need to fight at close range in order to get the most out of this character. Now, as always, I spec my characters for the harder difficulties in the game. With the Alliance Infiltration Unit, I put maximum points into Tactical Cloak, the ability that all infiltrators get. Although with the Alliance Infiltration Unit, it's slightly different. I put points into shotgun damage over bonus power, as this is an infiltrator class that is purely designed to use shotguns. I put points into recharge speed over melee damage, simply because I want to use Tactical Cloak as much as I possibly can. And lastly, I put points into damage over duration, simply because I want the damage of Tactical Cloak to be as much as possible. I put maximum points into Snap Freeze, focusing on debuffing enemies, so I put points into damage and weakness over tech combo. I put points into Cryo Explosion over duration and slow, and lastly I put points into reach over damage. I put maximum points into Repair Matrix too. This is a great survival tool. I put points into Enhanced Repair Matrix over Lasting Repair Matrix. This is simply because I prefer Enhanced Repair Matrix. Both are viable, but I feel that the bonuses you get from Enhanced Repair Matrix helps the character from actually being downed altogether rather than helping them get back up. I put points into duration over charge capacity. This is because I want the buff of a repair matrix to be lasting as long as it possibly can. Lastly, I put points into survivability over shields restored. This is simply because I prefer the buffs that survivability give when using repair matrix. As for the passive abilities, I normally say these are down to personal preference. With Unshackled AI, I focused on putting points into increasing weapon damage. And for fitness module, I only put a few points into it, simply to increase my health and shields. Now, as for weaponry, you have to go with a shotgun for this character. The Tactical Cloak bonus of allowing you to increase your shotgun damage means that this class is built for using shotguns. I went for an N7 Crusader in this gameplay because I felt it allowed me to fight at longer distances, but to be honest, any shotgun is great with this character. As for the gear bonus, you would want to focus on maybe increasing your grenade capacity, as this counts for your repair matrix, or increasing your shotgun damage. Anyway, let's get into the heart of the episode and talk about the Alliance Infiltration Unit's moves and abilities. Its first move is Tactical Cloak. This is the key signature ability available to all infiltrators. Basically, it allows the infiltrator to become invisible. You will also gain a massive damage bonus when you break from this cloak state to attack opponents. The damage bonus is actually in effect a few seconds after breaking cloak, so potentially you can fire off a few rounds that will have this added damage bonus. This works quite well with the Alliance Infiltration Unit, as you're able to fire off Snap Freeze and still get a shotgun round or two off that will have the added damage bonus. By firing off Snap Freeze whilst you're in Tactical Cloak, this will actually cancel out the Snap Freeze cooldown rate. You'll be actually forced to use the Tactical Cloak's cooldown rate instead. You should always be focusing on using Tactical Cloak before you attack with the Alliance Infiltration Unit. The damage bonus is invaluable and it will help you reach your full potential at dealing out damage. On top of its damage bonuses, Tactical Cloak comes with some great survivability mechanics. For example, if you Tactical Cloak whilst out of line of sight of an opponent, you will break aggro with them. This means that they will turn around and focus on one of your teammates, unless you're playing solo or something. Tactical Cloak also allows infiltrators to easily deactivate devices on objective rounds. Tactical Cloak is really one of the most useful abilities in the game, and it works really well with the Alliance Infiltration Unit. Now, the second ability available to the Alliance Infiltration Unit is Snap Freeze. The only other class to have this ability is the N7 Paladin. Snap Freeze will flash freeze any unprotected enemies and slow down the rest of them with a wave of ice damage. Frozen targets will be unable to move or regenerate health, and chilled targets will have their movement speed and armor, if they're wearing any, weakened. The range on this ability is quite short. It's not the longest. It can be enhanced through the Snap Freeze ability tree, but for the most part it is quite short range. Now, I primarily use Snap Freeze as a debuffing ability before I attack with my shotgun. Snap Freeze does weaken armor, but this can be enhanced even more thanks to the Snap Freeze talent tree. You're able to weaken armor by an additional 25%. Also, thanks to the Snap Freeze talent tree, anyone you hit with Snap Freeze, i.e. frozen or chilled, will also take an additional 10% damage. This is, of course, if you put points into Cryo Explosion in rank 5. Snap Freeze can also be used to set up Cryo Explosions. Unfortunately, the Alliance Infiltration Unit has no other ability to actually set off these Cryo Explosions. So to create these explosions, you have to rely on the abilities of teammates. A Cryo Explosion is that when a frozen target is hit with a secondary ability, a Cryo Explosion will occur, creating a blast of ice that has a chance of freezing nearby enemies. Overall, you want to be using Snap Freeze as much as possible. The debuff that Snap Freeze provides really helps you deal out the most damage you can possibly do with the Alliance Infiltration Unit. Now, the third and final ability available to the Alliance Infiltration Unit is Repair Matrix. Repair Matrix is a unique ability only available to the Alliance Infiltration Unit. It reinforces armor with metal repelling currents to increase movement speed, decrease damage taken, and regenerate shields for a short duration. Also, whilst Repair Matrix is active, if the Alliance Infiltration Unit is downed, it will instantly be repaired and get back to their feet. This can only occur once though. So if you go down, you will lose the buff of Repair Matrix and have to apply a new one. Also, you will only have a limited number of charges that can be carried by the player. Charges are grenades, so they can be replenished by going to ammo boxes. You'll know that Repair Matrix is active because you'll have a green loadout on your screen. With these green lines and data on your screen, you'll know that you're getting all the buffs from Repair Matrix. So that's the movement speed buff, the amount of damage taken reduced buff, and the shields restored buff. The coolest thing about Repair Matrix though is that it has the ability to revive you, but you have to have Repair Matrix activated before you actually go down. It won't work in the same way that a Medigel works. For example, if you activate Repair Matrix after you go down, nothing will happen. So you want to try to use Repair Matrix whenever you feel you might be in a situation where you're going to take some damage or possibly go down. One thing to be aware of with Repair Matrix is that Repair Matrix will not grant you immunity from being sync killed by Banshees, Phantoms, so on and so forth. Overall, Repair Matrix is an excellent defensive ability, and it's perfect with the Alliance Infiltration Unit. It syncs very well with the other abilities, as they require the Alliance Infiltration Unit to get quite close up and personal with opponents. It's also great because this allows you to potentially save on Medigels if you're low on them anyway. As for the passive abilities, Unshackled AI and Fitness Module, these are down to personal preference. If you felt confident enough, you don't have to put any points in Fitness Module, and instead put all points into increasing weapon damage in Unshackled AI. At the end of the day though, it's up to you personally. I felt more confident with having a few extra points in my health and shields. As for weaponry, like I said at the start of the video again, I went for a shotgun. The N7 Crusader I went for because it offered a little bit more extra range, but any shotgun will do with this class. For your gear slot, you might want to think about equipping something that will increase your overall grenade capacity, as this will help increase the number of charges and number of times you can use Repair Matrix. Now, the racial abilities for the Alliance Infiltration Unit are slightly different to any other class in the game. Its acrobatic dodge abilities resemble that of the N7 Shadow, but are still slightly different. They actually seem a little bit faster, especially the forward and backwards flips. These acrobatic dodge mechanics are very good. They're very good at avoiding missiles and incoming fire, as well as getting the Alliance Infiltration Unit out of harm's way. The Alliance Infiltrator comes with the same amount of health as the humans do, but it has increased shields. This makes it a little bit more sturdier than the normal human classes in the game. It also comes with a unique set of melee capabilities. Its light melee is a simple 2-hit combo that is still quite substantial in damage. Its heavy melee is a Cryo Blade. Basically, the Alliance Infiltration Unit will do a heavy melee uppercut that is infused with cryo energy. So, that is it. The Alliance Infiltration Unit, a very well-balanced class. All of its abilities synergize very well with each other, making this a very good class to play as. It has great survivability mechanics thanks to Repair Matrix and Tactical Cloak. It has great damage output thanks to the debuffing abilities of Snap Freeze combined with the Tactical Cloak damage bonus. Add to this a fast movement speed and the ability to instantly revive herself makes the Alliance Infiltration Unit a very good class and probably one of the best classes in the multiplayer. Anyway, I've been Darcblade, bringing you my guide to the Alliance Infiltration Unit in Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.